Hey, how you guys doing, man? It's Joe D. We got the chairman in here already, giving an MF Joe D malt liquor already. I mean, as soon as I hit the button to start the show,
Yeah,
he was on point right there.
top of it, on top of it.
So good for him, man. I will take all those MFers. In any case, today is Saturday, February 15th, and we are back and better than ever. This is show 540.
Yep.
Love the F numbers. 540 has a nice ring to us, nice and quick. Boom, 540, right? Good number, solid.
You're gonna be in your glory 4 weeks from now.
Yeah. Now, one thing I could hit, and we talk about things in the pre-show that we could talk about during the show. And here in Arizona, this is half of your spring training, and it's big time. What do we got? Pitchers and catchers, and some other stuff happening right now in spring training. You got clubs reporting. So we'll get to the baseball talk further on in the show, but I just wanted to at least touch on that part because darn sure here in Phoenix, boy, there is a lot of baseball. All the banners are up. All their different stadiums across the whole metro area are with all their flags and banners and signs and everything. So it's pretty cool, man. Lots and lots of traffic, as you can imagine, when you've got 15 teams here. It's pretty cool. So I've got another Modelo to start out. This is my warm-up beer. Okay. Modelo Especial. No fancy Modelo glass today, just a plain dollar store glass. Mark, have you heard anything, or Bum, have you heard anything, speaking of like dollar stores, Dollar Tree? I noticed that Wes from your show on Sundays posted Dollar Tree movies. I did not know that Dollar Tree occasionally has Blu-rays and DVDs for sale.
Yeah,
I did not know that.
You got like a whole crap ton of them. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, apparently not every one of them does it, and they have to go to different Dollar Trees. I think Wes said he went to maybe 4 altogether.
Yeah. It's one of those things where Dollar Tree gets their stuff for manufacturer overstocks and that type of stuff. So if there was somebody that went out of business or that type of thing, they would buy the stock and resell it.
Right. So, yeah, one of those things. If you're still into buying DVDs or Blu-rays, I occasionally like to buy some. Boy, if I knew they were at Dollar Tree, I'd be popping in there every once in a while to take a look. I mean, if you could get a DVD or something, they're not necessarily the latest releases, but I thought it was a good tip because I darn sure didn't know they had that sort of thing. There's my pour of my Modelo right now. What do you have in there, Mark?
I'm having a Sweetwater, another one in their Dank series, where they've got the G13 strain, the hemp strain.
Yeah.
This is the Insane OG Mexican lager. And it is, pretty basic beer. It's I've been drinking it for a few minutes. 5.6%. When you open it up, you get that dank, super dank aroma. I mean, Pam's sitting on the other side of the room, and she's like, "I can smell that over here." But when you taste it, it's not in the taste. It's all aroma, and the taste tastes just like a Modelo Especial or a Bohemia, something like a little richer Mexican lager. But yeah, the aroma is that G13 hemp oil, strain that they use, and but the flavors, just pretty much straight up basic lager. So pretty good. It's a nice warm up beer. I'm gonna go semi-big after this. So, but yeah, it was a little expensive. Although we didn't buy it at the liquor store, we bought it at the grocery store. It was $10 for a 6-pack. So.
I'm noticing more and more that the 6-packs just keep climbing.
Yeah.
Um,
Kind of
it used to be you could get a decent 6-pack probably 5 years ago for $7.99.
Yep. Yeah.
Now it's $10.
Is a good deal. Yeah, $8.99 is a good deal on a 6-pack.
Yeah. Is this $10? I'm getting session beers now $11.99.
Yeah.
Starting to be a common price.
You know,
What about you, Bum? Are you noticing any sort of
I'm just noticing all prices going up on all beers all the time.
yeah.
it sucks.
Kind of getting to the point now with if I'm going to pay $9 or $10, if I'm going to pay $10 or more for a 6-pack, I want to make sure I'm getting a decent ABV. You know, like this is an exception. This is only 5.6, but I'm not buying low ABV beers and paying unless they're a specialty beer.
Right.
Do it. I'm gonna you know, at 6-7%, something like that. I'm good because then I can drink one or two and feel good about it. You know, and feel like I'm getting my money's worth. At least on an alcohol by volume.
Yeah, it's the beer's just climbing on up there. You guys, now Mark can speak to this more than I can, but I have been getting into playing around with some wines. I don't know what wine prices. I don't have a reference for that. All I know is what I'm paying right now. Is wine doing similar stuff? Is the price on a decent bottle going up a couple bucks?
I think it is, but you can still get a nice drinkable bottle of wine for under $10. You know, depends on the style, that type of thing. But like we go to Trader Joe's, and Trader Joe's they have their house brand wine. You can get it for $4 a bottle, $3 to $4 a bottle, and it's not going to win any awards, but it's drinkable. It's got good flavor. But yeah, you can get a lot of good wine still for under $10 a bottle. But if you want to spend more than that, it's really easy to do in wine.
Yeah, I think I just dropped $11 on a bottle.
Mm-hmm.
Stella Rosa, I think, something like that.
Yeah, there's so many.
Yeah,
all the wineries and vineyards and
right.
It's crazy, but yeah, if you go into a typical wine store, and you say, "Hey, I want something like under $15," they can give you a lot of good ones to choose from. You'll have a really good variety, and under $10, you can still get a good variety of different flavors and that type of stuff. So.
Boy, we have got an active chat. Let me try to shoot through some of these real quick. Right. We got the chairman on here, MF Joe D. Malt Liquor.
I love that one.
Bobo's in the house. Oh boy, anything could happen. We got the chairman in here right off the bat, and Bobo. Oh boy. Good afternoon. Oh, I didn't put the link in the chat. Oh nope, wrong one. Okay, here we go. The link in the chat for those that want to jump in. Maybe the chairman jumps in. Who knows? But Tom says, good afternoon. Vega, powerless to your broadcast schedule, Jody. We got Neri on in the chat, man. Oh. Hey, how you doing, Neri? What up? Bum saying hi to Tom. We got Bum saying King of Smoke.
The chairman is going to be in Georgia in May. He says he's going to fight me.
Yeah, I noticed that there is a comment about me and my glasses being
me and my there's something about 2 T-shirts too.
We got Craig on here. All right, sons. The chairman, NHL hockey sucks. F Pittsburgh. And F you, Kent. Love you, SWW. Bobo, is there a beer they will give me a high Oh, that will give me a high. Yeah, we actually talked. Didn't we just talk about that last week? Wasn't that just last week?
The hemp.
Yeah, we talked about the hemp.
Yeah.
The week before maybe.
It had THC in it. The Lagunitas.
Yeah. We talked about it. You got a beer from Lagunitas and Brewdog. Does Brewdog have?
Yep.
Who's that beer overseas? There was a brewery overseas, and they actually have something that we don't do. What was it? Do you remember? Craig pointed out to us. I'll be in Georgia in May. I will fight you, Mark. And he actually used your name. He didn't say pencil neck.
Yeah.
He's gonna meet you in a parking lot.
Hey, you should tell him, hey, that's pencil neck to you, man. Pal.
Fighting. Win that one.
Yeah. Craig says neck fighting.
I don't drink malt liquor, so it hasn't swollen my head to absorb my neck yet.
Mark is closet pothead?
Yeah. You got me.
Savannah. So he's going to be in Savannah, I guess. I have a six-pack of beer. I have a six-pack of beer.
Excuse me.
Congratulations.
Havana Malt Liquorists. We have SWW number 1. Steel Worldwide. You wears 2 T-shirts. Mark is frail.
How many push-ups can you do, Chairman? That's what I want to know.
Who?
Good question.
Havana, the chairman. We got a malt liquor from the chairman. Boy, what happened? We've got, man, this thing is really, there's a lot of comments in here already.
Yeah, it's you're gonna have a hard time keeping up with these tonight.
Bobo's, he's warming up. There's a deal in my bedroom. Clothes are 100% off.
Jesus Christ.
Havana says Vega. Neri, what would be the price for a Rockford 8 or of 10 in the U.S.?
Oh, that's $10, right?
For one, like 330 milliliter bottle, Rochefort 8 would probably be $6 a bottle. A 10 would probably be $7, something like that. For $1.
Yeah, something like that. Oh, here you go. Yeah, the chairman, Joe D with his glasses on, I would still punch him.
Jeez.
You can't punch a man with glasses, can you? Ain't that against the rules?
I mean, as long as you don't hit the glasses, you know what I mean? Anywhere else.
Oh, okay. So as long as you don't, that's the rule. As long as you don't hit the glasses.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the rule.
You don't want to have to pay for the glasses. You know what I mean?
And then Havana says SWW if I addressing the chairman. Can't hear you over the XFL game. Who's winning those XFL games? Who's playing? I meant to watch them today. I'm gonna have to catch whatever game is tomorrow.
Let's see.
I know I looked up, we were talking about it this week at work. There's 8 teams, right? I think doesn't Atlanta have a team? Does Atlanta have a team? You've got DC. Let me look at
New York.
New York, yeah.
I think Vegas has a team, I think.
Chicago have one?
Does Chicago have a team?
I think they would, but maybe not.
LA has a team.
Los Angeles, Dallas.
Dallas, yeah.
Supposedly they've compared to, remember the AHL that was out for a little bit?
Mm-hmm.
Supposedly the XFL is doing a lot better in Vegas. Supposedly, like the amount of revenue that's coming through for them, like betting wise.
It's actually not bad football. I watched, here and there, coming in and out of some of the games last week, and it wasn't bad.
Mm-hmm.
It was decent football.
It's almost refreshing.
What's the big
Give me your beer.
What's the big change in the rules? What do they do differently rule wise to make
I noticed.
Go ahead.
Go for it. I noticed on the kickoffs they they now how like in the NFL when you kick the ball off, everyone starts running and starts hitting right off the bat. I noticed during the kickoffs, they wait until the person catches the ball before anyone moves to block.
Oh wow. Okay.
Do you know what I mean? So I guess it probably cuts down like injuries, maybe.
Yeah.
I'd
It
imagine.
keeps
Now
more
you're
exciting.
allowed
It
to
keeps
start
the
running
game moving.
after the kick. It used to be you could start running before the kick.
The
Yeah,
game
like they would already line up.
shorter.
And this takes it to the next step of safety. I was discussing this with people earlier today. My prediction is even if the league fails, which there's a good chance it might, some of the things that they're doing in these games, such as the kickoff you just mentioned, Tom, could eventually make their way into the NFL.
Oh
Mhm.
yeah, no, they're definitely the NFL's definitely watching this. I mean, they've got the blessing from the NFL. So to me, the big deal is the kickoff and the extra points. You've got 3 options for the
Yeah.
extra point. That's a major change right there. I like the way no charge.
Runner
The winner gets $100,000 bonus split between the teams. So each player could
Oh,
get
really?
the $2,500 extra on their check for winning.
Yeah, because they suppose we don't get paid much to begin with for
Right.
what they're doing. I think most of them are making at most $30,000 a year.
Yeah.
I think
That's not a lot for what they're doing for themselves. Like,
Well, they're hoping that they you know touch somebody's eye and they can make it to the NFL or something like that. But
yeah,
that's like minor league football. It's like guys playing single A, double A baseball aren't getting much, but of course they don't risk mortal injury and death every time they go on the field usually. So it's quite
yeah. What I saw that was different too is they'll literally interview you right after the play.
Yeah.
And there was one guy that like he said a couple swear words, not realizing it. You're in the moment, you don't
Oh
realize
yeah,
it.
no, they're cussing. And the thing of it is they're actually transparent. So you can hear the guy in the booth, the ref in the booth. You can hear him talking to the ref on the field. You can hear the main ref on the field, talking with the other umpires. I mean, refs on the field. You can hear the coach calling in the plays to the quarterback, and not just the quarterback has earphones or whatever in his helmet. You've got, I think, the wide receivers, the tight ends, and the running backs or someone like that. They all have it. So there's less need to huddle. So it keeps the games moving faster. They're trying to keep the games under 3 hours. So
it's very translucent. They show you everything.
Yeah.
Even like the I
it
noticed one
reminds
thing.
me, it's the football version of NASCAR.
Yeah.
Because with NASCAR, you can hear everything. You can hear them, what they're telling the guy up there in the tower. You can hear, everything, and to me, it reminds me of that as a NASCAR fan, a kind of a mild NASCAR fan nowadays.
Even with the like you were saying with the referees, like the challenges when they challenge the play, you can actually hear the explanation to why they're changing the play. Or
Right.
I thought that was pretty awesome. That was pretty cool.
It is. It is pretty cool. So, what do you have in there, Tom? Go ahead and tell us what you're having.
I'm currently having my last of the left hand milk stout peanut butter.
Oh, the peanut butter milk stout.
Yeah. I just seen it and I was like, screw it. It was the last one. I wanted to try it. Why not? This is a rich milk chocolate notes team up with peanut buttery perfection for a deliciously dark duo.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, baby.
They've got a raspberry one.
Ooh, that sounds delicious.
That might not be bad. Exactly. Now I'm showing. Let's see here. So let me share the screen here real quick. There we are. So is this the right one?
Yeah, that looks right.
So we've got we're 3 away from $6,000. Give me a break. 6,000 ratings total. 4,000 in the last 30 days. This is, I don't know, a few people have had this beer. It's got a little popularity. 6%. I'm kind of surprised. This isn't their first edition of the peanut butter, right?
I'm
Is
not
it?
even sure actually.
I just had Left Hand milk stout on draft, and oh my god, it makes you
Good.
like on draft. It is, oh my god, it's so good. 6% ABV, 25 IBUs, and a 3.97. Would you agree with that rating?
I'd give it a. I'm stuck in between a 3.25 and a 4.
Okay.
It's basically a the Left Hand milk stout with not enough peanut butter. You could say like it could be a little bit more.
So the peanut butter alone, what rating? Now, is it a sweet peanut butter or is it more peanutty or what? You know what I'm saying?
It's kind of a lackluster peanut butter in my opinion. It's almost like the powdered peanut butter, but like on the lowest level of powdered peanut butter. If that makes sense. It's not really there. Like you really don't taste. If you tell me this was a peanut butter beer, I wouldn't even know.
Oh,
It's one of those things. Yeah, I'd rather just have the regular Left Hand, in my opinion, on nitro, like you said at the bar on nitro. It's so good, nice
It
and
is.
cheap. Oh baby.
They kind
Oh.
of half-ass the peanut butter on that one then.
You know what? How many
Yes.
people have had just the regular milk stout from Left Hand on tap recently? It
I
is
raise my left hand and say yes.
exactly right. Yeah, I mean, I just had it last weekend. It's I mean, what do you say, Bum? What do you think about that beer on tap?
Oh yeah, I love it. But you know what? Without getting into too much detail, sometimes milk stouts on tap for some reason have a not too pleasant effect on me
Oh,
from a digestive standpoint.
okay. I was
Yeah. Not from
I
an
didn't know
alcohol.
if it was like tequila makes you
No. Just strictly from an intestinal standpoint.
Oh, okay.
And it's not a fluke because I've had it from several different breweries on tap, and it's always the milk stout. And as far as I know, I don't have any kind of lactose intolerance or anything.
Wow.
But it's happened with several different milk stouts on tap.
Well,
That hasn't stopped me from drinking them, though.
Yeah.
well, if it's having a digestive effect on you, I guess that still kind of holds water. That it has
To turn a phrase.
it kind of milk stout. We could say makes your clothes come off because I mean you got to handle that business. You know?
Well, and I've had the exact same beers out of the cannon bottle with no bad effect on me whatsoever. Just
That's
something about it on draft.
Huh.
Coach, would you say you have digestive issues with milk stouts?
Just thinking
Nope.
about it.
Yeah, I can't hear him. Yeah, I can't hear you, bro.
Looks like he's having a good time though.
Yeah, he's at a
Whatever he's doing.
place. He looks like he's possibly like I don't know where he's at. Where is he? He's like
Lots of
He's
flat
somewhere.
stuff. Is he in
He's
Vegas?
in a
he's
mall or something.
Vegas?
downtown somewhere.
Oh, he's in like a.
Nope. He
he's
didn't
gotta
want us to
be
know where he was.
Yeah, we'll find out soon enough. Very interesting. So I think right now, what else is there to do but to just simply ask the man himself, oh yeah, what does Billy D think about milk stouts and all this lactate and lactose? I'm saying, does it affect he or she that same way?
Nah, Billy D. Billy D's built up a tolerance to the malt liquor. He won't drink anything else.
He's a one drink kind of guy.
Yeah.
Right. Well, what's he got for us this week, man?
Well, picking up where we left off last week, if you recall, we were trying to punch up the chairman, and we weren't able to do it, miscounting his beers. We had the one video, and we couldn't find him in the other video that I had posted. Now I realized the mistake. Last week, the video that we tried looking for it on, Joe, was called Super Bowl 54 2005 Chevy Corvette. That's where the screw up was. I mistakenly posted, I had you look at the video of the 05 Corvette. We needed to look at the Super Bowl 54 95 Chevy Corvette.
Oh, yeah, that's a big foobar right there.
Yeah. So I will copy and paste that link. And let's go to the private chat. Let me paste that. And once again, if you recall last week, the chairman was, after he got into like his dozenth Mickey's grenade, he's having a little bit of trouble keeping count of how much he had. So
yeah, he wasn't real good with the count there. Yeah. We had
after he counted
think about that one. Yeah, the count was not real good. Yeah, he was definitely not at his best.
Just real quick here. It's a real quick thing, but just go to 1 minute 40 seconds.
Okay, 140. Here we go. Yeah, let's.
Motherfucker, Chiefs. Beat bar 44. Fourth grade in 24 hours. I mean, fell 66 to. I got fucking 24.
Look at how long this
I mean, fourth grade in 24 hours.
Yeah. What?
Fell 66 to
6, 2, 4. There's like too many numbers for him there. I think. What do you think, Mark? I think the even numbers are just really messing with his head.
They're messing with his swollen head there. I don't know.
Yeah, and look at the mask. I mean, my God, that is really stretching out these days, isn't it?
Yeah.
Something about the malt is just.
I got 24.
How did he do that? Like he went from
Fell 66
6. Okay, we got 6
to
2. That's 8.
I got fucking 24.
Good recovery.
So that was, I wish we could have played that last week because it was the perfect companion piece last week to where he counts them on the hood of his car and he says 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that day.
So like, shit, I gotta stop counting on camera.
Yeah, he went from, what did he do right now? He went from 6 to 2. I got 24.
I picture him doing his taxes.
Oh, yeah. Hilarious, man. What else you got for us, Bob?
You know what? Nary stole a potential line from Billy D.
That's a show title.
What's that?
That's a possible show title.
Nary's line? Yeah. That should have been Billy D's line. Nary says he's never had a MILF stout.
So.
I think that's a good show title.
Never had a MILF stout.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, it is good.
That's great.
You got to respect a good line like that. Absolutely.
Yeah. So next, Joe, and unfortunately, finally, as far as the video stuff goes, you go to Jay Vega's most recent video. I don't have the link
Okay.
here, but you just go to his most recent video. You'll see what the video is titled.
Konnichiwa, bitches.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we got it right here.
Yeah. Now I'll leave it up to you, Joe. We can break this down into individual segments. The video's only like 6 minutes long. I'll leave it up to you if you want to hear the music interludes in between his cuss outs or his insults.
Yeah, we better. Boy, YouTube's really been all over our ass over this stuff, man.
Because I do have it broken down if you want to go to the specific times.
Yeah, maybe we better.
Okay.
Just to play it safe. I mean, I don't even close the show and I'm already getting emails. It's crazy.
Okay, well, the first segment go to 55 seconds.
Okay, 55. Yeah, just to play it safe.
Yeah.
Yeah, prophesizing your doomsday. Him Blizzle was the first and foremost, a fly guy and up yours, Joe D. Joe D should be beat. All about his giant milk chocolate head.
Milk chocolate. Hey, I've gone from milk dud to milk chocolate. You know what? When you think about it, Bum, I haven't got personally some good hate in a long time.
Well, you're going to get it here.
But it's been a minute, hasn't it? I mean, it's
been a while.
Tom's gotten his, and we've been concentrating on like the pencil neck and even you, and hell, even Andrew, and he hasn't even been on for a while.
Yeah,
it's been a minute for myself.
Joe V to be beat. All about his giant milk chocolate head.
Okay, he's warming up.
Graham crackers and a bag of marshmallows.
Okay.
Until he expires. Then we'll set him on fire.
Oh.
And everybody will have s'mores. Malt liquor.
Okay, that was different. I can give him that. That was different. Yeah.
Okay, from there go to 210.
All right, 210. Yeah, that was different.
It's Pulo, Ralph Lauren, not Hugo, the boss man with the word on the street is that Mark doesn't like Chinese food. Reason being, with that skinny fucking neck, it takes him forever to eat the rice 1 grain at a time.
Oh my God. What a
okay.
It takes him forever to eat the rice 1 grain at a time. Malt liquor.
Okay, to 315.
315. All right. Yeah.
These are coming at almost perfect 1 minute intervals.
Yeah. He did a good job with this one for once, right?
It appears Bum has become a teetotaler.
Oh. No charge.
What's next, Bum? Religion? Bible thumping? Perhaps you really are Ned Flanders.
Yeah.
God.
Good God.
Malt liquor.
Ned Flanders. Good God. I'm telling you, I don't know about you guys, but I find myself saying good God nowadays.
Perhaps you really are Ned Flanders.
I thought about it earlier, actually.
Good God.
Liquor.
Good God.
Did you do, Tom, or what? You said
I thought about it. I caught myself saying it earlier, to be honest. Good God. And I was like, damn it. What's going on here? It's all good fun, though, right?
Yeah, it's all exactly. It's all good fun. What else do we got, bro?
So from there, 415.
415. Yeah, look at this guy. He's doing not too bad here. No charge.
Rest in peace, Kobe Bryant.
Oh yeah. Hey.
It should have been you, Coach.
Oh.
It should have been you.
Oh.
Malt liquor. Should have been fucking you. Rest in peace, Kobe Bryant. It should have been you, Coach.
Oh.
It should have been you. Malt liquor.
And from there, 525.
525. Yeah, that'll definitely have to get the coach warmed up there.
I think he's gonna say something about my haircut or something.
Oh, he's struggling. What the? Oh, I don't know. What you got stuck in there? I think the coach.
It's nasty.
Yeah, coach might have something to say about this one. I wonder if coach is going to say something about what he possibly might have stuck in there. It's not allowing that to come out the way it should.
Tom,
Oh,
Great, watch.
I got nothing.
oh,
He's got.
You hairy motherfucker.
Oh well, thank you. I thought you were gonna bring up my haircut.
yeah. No,
Man, some of the man on you.
yeah.
Hey.
So fuck you, Gene. No.
And is that it, or
Yeah, the only other thing we should report, I don't know, we may have to put his face not on the side of a milk carton, I guess, but maybe on the side of a 40-ounce sphere is still missing in action.
Wow.
He did take January off as far as drinking goes, but he's drinking again. He's doing untapped check-ins, but he still hasn't made a video this month, so we may have to put his face on the label of a 40. Have you seen me?
yeah? Well, if it's on the side of a 40, no one will see it anyway. So,
True.
That's true. Label out, right?
I mean, we might have to put it on the side of a good craft beer so someone can actually find him.
Yeah.
If they care, because, I mean.
And he's a craft beer drinker too, so that might all work out for the best.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Even the chairman secretly likes to have craft beer, as we found out from his own video.
Yep.
I mean,
Yeah, the Yingling.
The Yingling. He likes to indulge in the Yingling. So who's having a second beer? Maybe we could get into that real quick. Mark, what do you got, brother?
Sure, you probably saw me eating the dessert, but I'm having that last bottle of this chocolate babka stout.
Oh,
Babka.
yeah.
Ooh,
You guys are killing me.
And this
looks
one,
delicious.
we just didn't even put it in the fridge. We just room temperature, 65 degrees, whatever. And
Ooh, sensual.
we had it with chocolate cheesecake. We had some chocolate cheesecake left over from yesterday. Oh my gosh.
Oh.
So yeah, but it's 10%. It was a big, it's a bomber. Pam had a third of it. I'm having 2/3 of it. So.
And is that from Campanology?
Brewing, yeah.
Okay,
It doesn't have. It just got the generic untapped bottle next to it. Yep. And
So
I give
there.
it 3/4 again. It's a good beer. I hope they put this out again. It's not. I haven't seen it in the stores in the last few weeks, but I'm sure it's gone. But I hope they put it. I hope they bring this back next year because this is a solid beer.
So we've got 1,700 ratings on here, 190 in the last 30 days, 10% ABV, no IBUs rated, and a 3.72 rating.
Yep. If you refresh it, you'll see my check-in with chocolate.
Yeah, there's your check-in right here. It goes great with chocolate cheesecake.
Good stuff. Yeah. Solid.
And he earned the 99 bottles level 55 badge.
Now,
Boom.
can I ask you a question there, Mark? What is the crust chocolate or is the crust graham cracker?
The crust on that cheesecake, it was New York style cheesecake, so it does have graham cracker. It did have graham cracker crust.
Okay. Just asking.
Now, here's something. Now, Tom, what do you have? And then I'll get into my little debate questions that I have.
Oh, I was like, screw it, I'm going in for it again. I got the 2019 Bourbon County.
Ooh.
I had to. I don't find myself able to find it. They have the cherry one in the coffee one that's $25. I can't put myself to that point of buying it. I just
Not
can't.
for a 12 ounce. Is it?
This was like $12, and I was
16.
what ounce was?
Yeah.
These are. Where is it?
9, I think. I think it's a pint.
I'm showing.
I think it's 6. 1 pint, 0.9, so it's 16.9.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
500
So it's not that bad.
half a liter.
It's better than going to a bar and paying for it, to be honest. 'Cause
You know, I mean, that's kind of it right there. You know, it's but look at this thing, man. It's 37,000 ratings on here. 2,000 in the last 30 days. This is for the 2019 version of this beer. 14, and they put it right there, 14.7% ABV, 60 IBUs, and a 445. Boy, that is Columbine numbers right there. 445.
Yeah.
That is the number right there. 445.
it's almost like ever since AB InBev bought them out, you can almost you ever go into a liquor store and you can see the recent year also, like you see 18s, sometimes you see 17s and variations from the year past. It's like it's out there everywhere. I think most of us could probably go somewhere and buy a Bourbon County right now.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like easy. But like 6-7 years ago, it was like so hard to get.
Yeah. The biggest advantage was the instant distribution.
Well, I've got a beer that I can crack open. I don't know, little something, not too crazy. This Hologen Farm from a little friend of mine that makes these beers, Hot Butcher for the World.
You
Phenomenal stuff. Even the craft beer community is hating on me right now for having this beer. It's okay. It is okay. Because someone's got to do it. I mean, if someone's got to do it, might as well be me.
Ship the guy 1,500 miles away a whole case of beer and don't give the guy that's 15 meters away a beer. I'm not that I'm upset about it.
Yeah, how can you possibly get upset about that? I mean, look at this pour, man. This is, yeah. So we're going straight in. Right down the center. Look at this thing still. I have had this. I don't even know how long I've had this, honestly. Yeah, I've had it. Well, here, I've got one check-in. Let me share the screen. I've got one check-in. So it's roughly got to be around the time when I last checked it in. The July 8th of 2019. So by IPA standards, this is way beyond its time.
You make sure you swirl that bottom. There's probably a lot of goodness at the bottom of that can.
Oh, yeah, you're right, too. You're right. Oh, dude, this beer, it still is incredible. Okay, so you've got 5,000 ratings right now, 5,400 really, 12 in the last 30 days, 7.5% ABV, no IBUs rated, and a 419 bottle cap rating. You got Vic's Secret and Simcoe Hop Double IPA. Yeah, it still smells phenomenal, even right now, man. Oh,
that can.
It is, and this beer's past its prime, supposedly, but to me, that is just how well they do it. Look at that sucker, man. That thing is phenomenal. I mean, it is like boom. Whoop, we're not doing the malt liquor report anymore. What am I talking about here? Sorry, guys. Yeah, but it is phenomenal. I mean, the nose, tons of pineapple, tons of citrus. It's fruity. It smells a little sweet. God, let's see. Salute.
Good God. Good God.
Oh my God, it is so good.
It's like you're doing them justice.
Huh?
You're doing them justice because you don't know how long that beer's been there for, and it's still probably good, right?
Supposedly there's a date at the bottom. Let me see. If I could read it. Good God. Yeah. Let me empty the can before I dump it out here by accident, and then I'll really get trapped. Oh, yeah. See, there's all the goodness, Tom.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the goodness came out. But you can't tell because it's so – look at that. Okay, now I can read the bottom of the can. Let's see here. This thing. 5, 13, 19.
Wow, it's still good, huh?
And it's almost a full year. And it's still solid. Yeah. I mean, solid. This beer, look at this thing. Look at it. It's still got head. This thing. This thing's on my air good, baby.
What's the ABV on that bad, Larry?
7.5.
Well, not bad. Not bad.
Yeah, I mean, it is. If you were sipping this, you'd have a hard time telling. I mean, you'd have to be, I would think, a pretty hardcore dude to know that this wasn't fresh. It is. It is outstanding. I would still agree with that. And I would still give it a 4. It's got a 4.19. I would still give it a 4. I still would. This is. Oh man, they are doing it right. Let me tell you.
Every time I go to that same liquor store, I always look for Hot Butcher of the World because they got it once, and I'm like, they're gonna get it again at some point.
Yeah. Phenomenal. I mean, and that particular beer is just really good. I mean, look at the haziness in that sucker, man. Look at that thing. God, it is just. In any case, one of the things I wanted to hit on is and see what you think. Maybe Tom, you have an opinion on it. The big hot button issue this week for sport in baseball was the Houston Lion all over the place. What you have an opinion on that, Tom? You were affected.
I didn't necessarily. I mean, I listen to sports radio when I drive to work. I didn't necessarily. All I really heard about Houston is they were getting a lot of questions, and the players had to answer to those questions. And I didn't really hear much, to be honest. I didn't hear much. I do know you got Mookie Betts. Congratulations. David Price is good, but I mean, Mookie Betts is definitely really good. Mookie Betts will be a player that will put in some. He'll put in some time for you. I'm telling you. But other than that, I mean, I feel like Major League Baseball doesn't really want to look too far into it because they're gonna find stuff they don't want to find. I think they're gonna find more teams are doing this that they really don't want to find, and it's gonna ruin baseball. In my opinion, I think more people are doing this than we think.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I think
more than the Astros, more than the Red Sox.
Probably half the teams. I don't know. I mean, well, you've been able to read cheat for ever since baseball's been baseball. You just had to do it without technology. If you were able to see signs or whatever. I mean, baseball encourages that to a certain extent because that if you're able to read the other team's signs, you can use it. But it's technology.
It becomes a problem when you're using technology to transfer that to a player that's on base ready to hit the ball. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, we're even talking about what if they were using like buzzers, like something around their chest or something like that. That was buzzing that would tell them maybe what's going on. Like it's a who knows game. Yeah, exactly.
1 buzz fastball, 2 buzz breaking, whatever, type of thing. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
And somebody's probably doing it.
It's
Yeah.
And reckon.
Oh, look at this! We got Craig jumping in here with the hat.
Whoa!
Oh, what is going on here, cowboy? Explain the hat. Look at this look.
Sorry, different.
He's got like an Aussie kind of cowboy look happening here. What's going on? That's an Australian hat, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm just riding a few beers here, so it's just like
this guy.
like you do.
Yeah.
Ratted in a few bits.
Nice.
Ooh,
Hey, he's
nice
got a
glass.
nice hazy one as well. Hey, Greg, have you
Yeah.
had any beers from Hop Butcher for the World?
No.
Okay.
But I don't feel so bad now.
Yeah, I don't feel bad. That's the right answer.
I was gonna say,
Mark
I
would
was
have just
hoping
left.
you did. That way we could really rub it in Mark's face. But
No, I'm being honest.
One unhappy pencil neck, if that were the case.
exactly, the only one from us that has literally been there.
Yeah, and I couldn't get a damn beer. Sorry, we're out.
I can get them though. So.
Yeah, the only one of us that is literally.
I'm joking. I can't get them.
I was going to say.
You'll probably get one next month.
That's hilarious. Yeah, yeah. It's it is pretty funny. So, what do you have there, Craig? What do you got, man?
I've got a beer from Cloudwater in Manchester, and it's an ever-flowing body of water. New England IPA. It's about out of focus. There we go.
Yeah, I've got it.
There we go.
Ever flowing, yeah. Yeah, I've got it.
Yeah, they're in Manchester. So well-known brewery.
Yeah, look at this. So we've got 1,800 total on here, 1,000 in the last 30 days. Classified it as a New England IPA from Cloudwater Brew Company. 6.5% ABV, no IBUs rated, and a 403 bottle cap rating.
Solid.
An ever-flowing body of water delivers a crashing wave of flavor, swelling with rip. Show more. I clicked show more. With ripe mango and pineapple, rounded off by succulent tangerine and peppery hop notes. What's that peppery like there, Craig? Are you getting any of that peppery hop note?
It's subtle. It's more of a white pepper finish kind of thing. But I mean, for a 6.5, I think the body of the beer is very it's quite thick, I'd say. I mean, if you didn't know the ABV, you'd think it'd be a bit higher, just on that whole kind of feel of the beer. Compared to others, I've had other double IPAs from this brewery, and they've been quite. You'd be shocked that they're 8%. Double IPAs, and like they're drinking more like a 5, whereas this one is a little bit more kind of that the other way. So
yeah, that looks beautiful, man. It does. Absolutely.
But it's actually looking quite light compared to what the actual beer is looking this side of the screen.
Okay.
But it's more of a kind of a mango. It's more, I'd say, it's mango, pineapple, and then there's kind of underneath that you've got like more other kind of stone fruit, like apricots, that sort of thing. And then it kind of with a upper end of a medium body. Which makes you think it's not the ABV you're picking up, it's more the body of the beer.
Mm-hmm.
You kind of think it's a bigger ABV than what it is in that regard, but then it's got like that peppery sort of a slight peppery finish. It's not crazy, but just it's decent.
Good.
It's funny because Tom was the one that famously got in here. I think he sent some beers to myself. Sent some beers to Mark, possibly. I think we both got beers around the same time from Tom, which were basically our intro. What I felt like was our intro to the whole New England IPA style.
Oh, for years, that was actually
That was a little while ago.
That was before GABF, yeah.
Yeah, it's been some years now, and boy, look where we have come with that style now. I mean. What brewery don't put out some form of a New England IPA, or what is now referred to in some cases as a West Coast IPA, which are just to me the same damn thing, just different.
It's just more bitterness, isn't it, with the West Coast? It's just that pine.
Yeah, maybe slightly. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, maybe slightly more bitter. Yeah. But it's very interesting where we've come in just a short amount of time with that style. I mean, that style is really blown up.
It's almost like the Trillium does a brew called Headroom, and it has like the treble and the bass and everything as like the dials, and it's almost like the treble, like all the way to the left is a juicy, all the way to the right is a bitter.
Ah,
Yeah, that's a good
You know what I
that's
mean?
a good analogy. I
Yeah.
like
yeah, I like that.
Like-
yeah.
That's actually one of my favorite beers from them, but they only put it out once a year. But it's pretty cool how they put the whole board and I mean, how juicy and how I mean, everything that's in the beer, like how it's supposed to be.
Mhm.
I thought it was pretty cool.
That's a good way of doing it.
Yeah.
That is a good analogy. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Bum said it right, man. That's a great analogy for that. Yeah.
Yeah, I think this beer is quite harsh. Actually, it's quite sharp. For a New England IPA, I think it's quite sharp. Whereas a lot of these New England IPAs, they're very kind of smooth. Mouth feels very kind of like creamy.
Too much carbonation.
Not necessarily, but I just think this one, a lot of them are very kind of rounded out. There's no kind of edges with them. With this one, it's very sharp. It's a little bit dry. It's more pronounced, which is for the style. They've done better. They're still drinking nicely, but it's a little bit of a bite to it, which I don't often find in New England IPAs.
Do they special? I mean, being called Cloudwater, do they specialize in like cloudy beers, or like do they do imperial stouts and?
I mean, they do imperial stouts. They do West Coast IPA as well. They do things like now and again they'll do a collab, things like Doppelbox and stuff like that, and they'll do pale ales and lagers. They do one of their regular core beers is a Helles lager and stuff like that. So they're across the spectrum. Sours.
It's nice.
They do some. Yeah, now and again.
It's nice to see breweries because some breweries will stick to just an IPA stouts. You know what I mean? Like some breweries will do the whole plethora of different styles, which is nice to see. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean they've got a few beers of core range now. They got like a Helles lager, pale ale, an IPA, and a double IPA, which is their core range. They never had a core range beer until about a year ago. And it used to be just like collaborations and one-offs all the time, but now they've actually come back to the idea of a core range, which I think is great. I think it was voted. It was voted the third best brewery in the world about 2 or 3 years ago.
Wow.
Oh, really? That's awesome.
So, if you look at rate beer, that is.
That's bloody brilliant.
First would be Colt 45. Second would be,
Right.
Yeah, Colt 45.
So I had an interesting question here because something happened with me in my life as I approach, a big milestone age in my life here. And I was curious, from our younger cats that are south of 40, let's say, what is an age that you just classify in your mind? No judgment here at all, as just old. What is an age that you would say, boy, when I'm here, I know I'm getting old. Like what would you say, Tom? What would be an age at your age that you?
I mean, if I was younger than I was now, I'd probably say like 50. If I was like 16, I'd probably say that. But now, I say 75.
Oh, I thought you were going to say 50 now.
No, not at all. 75, 80 is when I'm like, hey, I'm pretty old.
What would you say that a lot of people your like if we were to allow you to speak for your age group,
yeah.
would you say that a lot of people, at least in your area that are your age, might agree with that, or would they have a different opinion, would you say?
Maybe not. They would already say they're old. Because a lot of people nowadays are like, oh, 30's old or 29's old. Like the old. Like people always say they're old.
Until they get there.
I wish I could.
Yeah.
I'll take 30 in a heartbeat. Exactly. Yeah.
Honestly, 80. I think 80 is when you're pretty old. 75, 80. I'd say 75, 80.
So if you have,
because 50, 60 is just.
That's interesting. So if you had a lot of people in your lifetime that were older, like older relatives, so if you had relatives and people you've known that have been in their 70s and 80s and still that you've been able to interact with over the years, because that's unusual. I mean, and it's a good way though. But,
yeah, I was going to say all the guys in the top row love you, Tom.
This is I just thought about that. Yeah, this is the whole top row of this Hollywood Squares is very.
I've got 25 years old officially, which is good.
Yeah, but just because.
What about you in your area, man? What would be old to you?
I mean, I'm in the bottom row, so I'm quite happy about that. But
would you call?
I'm not south of 40, so there you go.
Right.
I'll be up 41 in March, so the chairman will want me to die, which is fine.
So you're 41.
You look great for your age, man.
I'm 40 now. I'm 41 in March.
Oh, okay. Well, so was 40 a big one for you, or is 50 a big one for you?
No age has been a big deal to me, to be honest. Don't care.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just. Yeah, just crack on with it, don't you? You can't do nothing about it, so there's no point in worrying about it, is there?
Right,
at the end of the day, what's old?
Well, I could tell you, for me,
70.
For me personally, what had happened was I had to raise the font on my computer, just in general, and I was like, okay, you're going to do this, right? Like, it's not necessarily a particular age as it is a moment when you recognize that, okay, you know what? I'm sick of doing this what I call a glass dance, where I constantly have to off and on with these bad boys. And I'm like, you know what? Screw it. I'm bumping up all the font on my computer. Like, this is the moment. Here we are. I'm bumping up the font on my computer. Like, it should be a Seinfeld moment. I feel like if they still made Seinfeld, like, it would be a whole episode. When you are officially old, just maybe not by your standards, but by other people's standards, right?
Yeah.
What do you say, Bum? What was that moment, or is there still a moment coming when you would say, all right, you know, is 50 the number? Was 40 the number? Was 30 the number? Where is it?
Well, to me, it's always been whatever's 20 years older than me is old. But whatever age I am at that time, add 20, that's old. But this is kind of a continuation from what you started on Marco Polo last week, Joe. When did you? What happened to you that made you feel old yourself? And the moment that it's happened to me over the last like 5 or 6 years, and it's gonna happen again to me tomorrow. Those moments are whenever I have any extended work to do or have to spend any extended length on the floor, which I'm going to be doing tomorrow because I got to assemble a piece of furniture. That reminds me, because when I spend any length of time on the floor, I can't get up off the goddamn floor.
Everything just gets stiff, and you're like,
Well, and to add to what Bum was saying, it's the fact that you can't get up without making a whole bunch of noise.
Oh my God, yeah.
There was a time where you could just kind of get up.
I like to spin in circles the way a dog does before he sits. I have to do that before I get up.
I haven't got a problem. I can always get up. It's not a problem.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's that when I start work, and it's hilarious because I joke with everybody that I start, that I work with, and someone will accuse someone of being old, and I'm like, hello, there's no one in this room south of 45 right now. What are you talking about? There's no one that can bend down right now, tie their shoes, and not go, oh, getting up. Like, that's just what happens. You have to make a noise every time you bend over and get up. That's the way it is now.
To hold their breath and go down and let air out.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, I'm like, there's no one in this room do that. You know what I'm saying? Especially first thing in the morning. Everybody, I don't care how fit they are, they're all, oh. And then you really know you're getting old when it's noises down and up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I make noises down, sitting down too. Descending and
So for me, it's not necessarily an age as it is these moments in life, and then you recognize that, you know what? I'm my father, right? Like, would you say that to Pabst? Like, okay, Pabst isn't necessarily a fantastic beer. I've always claimed that Pabst is one of those beers that is a memory beer. You remember going fishing with your dad or doing this with your uncle or whatever the case may be. It's a memory beer, right? It's one of those sort of things. And I think for some of us, we might have these memories of someone that was older. Maybe it might be your dad. Maybe it might be your uncle. Maybe it's your mom. I don't know. But someone that did something and you're like, oh, boy, they're getting old. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's not even you, but you recognize that maybe your parents or someone else, and you're like, boy, they're
they're on the fence.
Absolutely.
Right, Craig? What would you say to that?
Well, I think that you start to realise you're getting older when, like, even like to a degree, like famous people we used to watch as kids are starting to die, and it's that kind of thing. It's like, shit, I must be getting old then,
Mm-hmm.
They're dropping, and it's like you become more aware of it. Not through the way you feel, but just your surroundings and people, that you've included in your life, I guess.
Yeah.
And then people some maybe your parents, friends that they're starting to go. So that kind of makes you a bit, oh shit, I'm getting old.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even though you don't feel it.
You don't feel it. And then there's another layer to this where if you're a parent, and I'm a parent, I have kids, and now I have grandkids, and I love my grandkids.
Yeah, you're definitely getting old then.
But you cannot. If you have grandchildren, not just one grandchild, multiple grandchildren, you're like, there's no denying it. You're like, I'm a freaking grandpa. What are you gonna say? You know what I'm saying? Like, 'cause there's no denying it now. You're there. Now I can still roll around on the road with them and act younger than they are. That's for sure. I am a little more immature than my grandchildren are. But
the grandparents aren't generally young, so generally.
Right. So it's very interesting, yeah. And then sometimes, as you guys know, I've been in this, dating world nowadays, and whenever you are having to explain your life, and you can start saying words like, well, I've been doing this for 20 years, or I've been doing this for 30 years, and you're like, oh, every time you have to, well, I've done that for 15. Oh, right. And
I'll just say I've been doing it a long time.
You're well experienced.
Yeah. Or when you start talking to people who are new in the profession you were in,
Yeah.
and you look at it and you're like, I've been doing this longer than they've been alive, not just doing this. I've been doing this longer than they've been alive.
Right.
And,
Yeah.
I just am a little old.
Yeah.
But, it's like you said, Craig. You can't stop it. Every year you're a year older, so might as well enjoy the ride as much as you can.
Yeah, just go.
An idiot, occasionally get called a 2-year-old by the boss. That's always a good
I could tell you another thing that's been happening to me, Mark. As I'm walking into a truck stop, right, building, I'm getting cats holding the door open for me, going, "Yeah, man, hey, I respect the, the old school, man." And I'm like, "What the F are you talking?" You know what I'm saying? Almost offended, like, because you don't feel it. You know what I'm saying? And you're like, you know what? I think I look pretty good for my age and all these. And then when cats are like, yeah, man, I respect the old school, brother. What's up, man? I'm like, you know what? F you, man. I'll get my own damn door. What are you talking about? So it's just one of those interesting parts of life. I can remember other family and other people important to me in my life at different parts of their lives having these sorts of conversations. And ta-da! Here we are having the same conversation.
Yeah. No, I remember just us, talking here. It takes me back to like when I was in, high school.
Yeah.
And my parents and their friends were kind of in that range of where I'm at now, early mid-50s, whatever. And I'm like, oh my God, I can never imagine being that old.
Yeah.
Now here I am.
Exactly.
And I don't feel that old.
Yeah. It's just,
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing?
But there's no denying, especially the closer I do get to 50, there's just no denying I've had now friends with either extremely serious health issues or death. And it's just this constant reminder of, all right, man, like you better really watch it. Otherwise, that's you, And so there's those cold, hard reminders as well. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it, man. I just wanted to touch on.
Only one answer: just drink malt liquor. All will be good.
Exactly. Drink malt liquor, and you won't be able to count past 8. We have seen this happen.
You can never
get a broken brain.
You never know how old you are. If you drink malt liquor, you think you're no older than 8.
Yes, that's how it works. Yeah, and you're just like, I don't know, 6 to
24. No, you'd be no older than 24.
Yeah.
24.
Oh shit, I'm 80.
Yeah.
So we have Craig on here that said malt liquor should be wiped off of the flat earth.
Jesus.
And then Havana malt liquor video coming in 20 minutes. The chairman, Kent, is not American.
Shame
You're right.
on
You
Ken.
figured that out?
Yeah,
You're right.
Hey, we already know the guy can't count past 8. Give him a break.
It,
Hello
it,
from
it
Tucson.
took you a while, but you got there in the end.
Yeah.
It matters.
He eventually got to 24. You know, he just kind of.
It must be the malt liquor kicking in. I
Of
guess.
course, it's the malt liquor. So Bobo says, "Girl, need a map to my house. That's where the fun is." Oh boy, we don't know the age of this girl. This is worrisome. SWW, I pay $8 for 6 24-ounce cans of good old. Oh wait, a good OE good deal.
Old English.
Yeah, whatever.
Hold on.
What he said.
Hold
Craft
on.
beer. Coach gave us a good craft beer. Neri, I'm doing fine. Already in bed. Oh yeah, baby.
Yeah.
Already in bed. Shaking in bed, mind you. He was having nightmares.
He's
Of
doing a
some
milk
sort.
stout. Yeah, he's doing a milk stout and he's already in bed. So
Yeah.
I don't know what the
Yeah. I don't know what's going on there. Coach,
He's on the
as
toilet.
usual, the MLDC sucks. And the chairman, great deal, Havana. Havana, SWW, I went to Buffalo Sabres game and almost fell asleep. And then MLDC still running. NHL sucks, Havana.
Chairman hates
awesome.
We run the net, SWW. Yes, sir. And nope. Thumbs down. MLDC going down on me, says Coach. Thank you, SWW, for forgiving me. I dwarfed up. Whoa! Whoa, that's Havana admitting a mistake. That's kind of big for Havana, isn't it? Bobo,
Let's just start.
I like to go to the beach naked. Well, there's a lot of
Jesus.
people go to the beach naked. In Craig's part of the world, that's a thing. I mean, that happens. It's hell, they go everywhere kind of naked. Havana says malt liquor.
Wow.
And then the last
I
one there,
wouldn't go out not
bump.
today. Jesus.
And then Havana says,
No.
I'm going to ship with FedEx. What the hell does that mean?
We've got.
Oh, you missed some comments.
Superb.
I'm gonna ship some malt liquors to Vega.
Oh, I did miss a bunch of comments, didn't I? Wow. Look at all these comments.
Jesus
You
Christ.
didn't miss much. You missed a lot, but you didn't miss
Yeah, we're good. Yeah, I'm seeing all this stuff. Yeah, you're right. It's actually mostly.
I hope he don't get. Hope he doesn't
Did you
get
see
smashed.
the? Did you see the what Neri said? He's turning 50 on the 26th.
Oh, no, I didn't.
He's gonna be 50 in
All right.
10 days. Yeah. Well, happy birthday in advance, Neri. Welcome to the
Yeah,
club.
indeed.
Yeah.
Be three
Yeah,
of us in the
make
club then. Joe to join next, I'm sure. Yeah. Joe will be next in a few months.
Yeah, let me make sure. Wow, there was a ton of comments. How come I missed all these?
Yeah. Now there was one that slipped through the cracks. I don't know if you saw or you saw, Tom. It's from Vega. It said Tom should pistol whip his barber.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And Havana said, what was it? Tom's barber thinks it's still April Fool's Day. Or something.
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty good.
Oh, God, I missed a ton of. What happened here? In my feed, it just skipped like everything over here.
Yeah, because you put a filter on no malt liquor comment. Or something. I don't know.
Yeah, thanks, Craig. Yeah, appreciate it. Oh, yeah. Well, Neri says, yeah, we have enough pot here. And then you have the Monstrabator. SWW videos addressing, what is this? Gibman?
Gumby Man. That's Ms. Gumby 02.
Oh, are my favorite.
Yeah, they call her Gumby Man.
And then Joe Bobo, I made Joe D a 18. I have no idea what that means.
I don't know if does that mean he got your video turned into 18 plus because of a comment? I don't know.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Probably.
Yeah. Oh, maybe. But I had already all my videos for over 13, I think it was, or whatever it is, whatever that. T and Kenny, good evening, fellas. Drinking a pleasant surprise DIPA tonight. There's another classification on this IPA style right there. Neri says, cheers, Bobo. Joe D needs to be renamed Joe D's Devil's Playground.
Jesus.
What? Why? Why does that? What happened there?
Don't get that.
Yeah, I don't understand. Here's Bubble again. If you could see my browser history, you would have a bug shock.
I think he means big shock.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to put some peanut butter in some boiling water with some meth. Might get a high. Oh boy, he's trying too hard right now.
Just hold your breath.
What, you've not done it already?
Yeah, that's. And then here we go. I'll skip right down to Neri never had a milk stout, and then he milk.
I like milk.
Yeah. I am turning 50 on the 26th of February.
That is cracking. That is just brilliant.
And then Tom said, "Happy birthday, Neri." Yeah, so he's the big 5-0 on the 26th. So that's 11 more days.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
1972, just like 70, just like you, Joe.
Yeah.
Brother Paul turns 50 this year too. So
Mm-hmm.
lots of people on the starting the second half of the first century of your life.
It's funny how many people I've met this year that are turning 50 this year. It's you know, kind of funny. Yeah, it's a trip, man. I mean, you guys have seen me here on YouTube now for how many years, and now I'm coming up on 50 myself. I mean, it's crazy. Joey, I like this guy's name. He's a Joey Vega. Jay Vega is what the chairman sounded like before he hit puberty.
Exactly.
The Bud Light version of the chairman. Havana. What is this? Good God.
Good God.
No, I sound like I haven't gone through puberty. That's what, and he does. Do you remember what Havana actually sounds like?
See, that's what happens if you drink 40s. If you drink malt liquor before you go through puberty, you never do go through.
I saw Havana on a stream last night.
Yeah, I saw you mentioned that in the Google Hangout. It was a craft beer.
Craft beer pause.
Yeah.
Huh.
So was he misbehaving?
I'm assuming that.
I forgot Tom.
I'm assuming it was him.
haircut.
He looked underage, so it must be him.
Yeah, he messed up. I thought he was going to roast me. I was waiting for it. I was absolutely wasting.
He said he forgot the haircut. Yeah, he missed an opportunity right there, boy. Let me tell you. And then Neri, he chimes out here, guys. I'm almost sleeping. Shalom for all, for you all, and hope to see you again soon.
Shalom, mate.
Yeah, Neri's always welcome, man. Of course, everybody's welcome here, man. Pretty much, we have. Yeah, I'm gonna skip the rest of these darn comments here.
There's so many of them.
A ton of comments. Wow, today it was really heavy. But
it was active.
It's we haven't booted someone from this show in a long time. Hey, Bum, do you have any recollection of possibly the last time we booted someone from the show?
I remember when it happened, but I can't. I don't know if I have that stat handy. I certainly recall when it happened.
Yeah. Because I was it actually stopped the show, didn't it?
Yeah, you had to do a 0.1 reboot.
Yeah.
20 minutes in. Yeah.
Well, now, okay, so now you're refreshing my memory. possibly 3 years ago.
Yeah, that sounds about
Oh,
right.
really?
Yeah. I told you before that
Oh.
first 20 minutes disappeared forever. I got a couple frame screen grabs from that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's been a few hangouts I've been a part of over the last like 3 or 4 years, and there's one or two that I can't find that I'd really like to. They're still there somewhere. I don't know whose channel it was on. It wasn't mine, but
oh,
I want to go back to and I want to grab the video and
Yeah.
Well,
Funny
in
shit, funny
this
shit.
one of the Joe's talking about, yeah, we kind of had to like strike it from permanent record.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You literally, yeah. If it
Right.
was the same one you're thinking of, it's somebody showed something that shouldn't have been shown.
yeah.
Numerous
And-
times under numerous IDs. They kept coming back under numerous
Yeah.
handles.
Yeah.
And it was really bumming me out. It was it was bumming me out bad.
Yeah, that it
Well,
put
you come on with different socks.
Yeah.
yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, I remember, Joe, when you booted the guy out that took his camera over and showed some poop in a toilet, and that was child's play
Jeez.
compared to the
Yeah.
one we're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was,
Oh my god.
yeah, that one just got out of control for me. And it was weird too because I think we're kind of narrowing when that happened, but even before that, it was the last time before that. So like if you took that out, it's been a lot of years before something like that's happened. It was really an outlier.
Well, back in the Stickam days.
Yeah, in the 8 years that I've been watching, I can recall 3 times
Yeah.
where you had to boot somebody.
Yeah, it really just doesn't. I mean, even the famous one.
Yeah.
There was that 323 or something like that.
Oh yeah, Matt, 3. Yeah, very good, 323.
Yeah.
But there was nothing overly vulgar
No.
or offensive. He was just a whack job, a funny whack job.
Yeah, he was a funny.
And I mean, a lot of swearing, but there was nothing. I mean, nothing objectionable.
Yeah, he was very entertaining at the same time. Now, we had some mild music news. Is there anybody who has any sort of thing music related, where it be maybe even just a new album that you streamed and you wanted to share? Any deaths happen this past week we should know about?
Anybody die?
Just the one that you mentioned in the pre-show, Joe, Willie Nelson's drummer, Paul English, who,
Yeah.
to be honest with you, I had, until I read the obituary, I knew nothing about him. Obviously, everybody knows Willie, but I, not deep enough into country that I knew any of this guy's history. And all I can say is read up on this guy. He first played with Willie for, like 65 years ago and was his drummer.
Wow.
Who really wasn't that great a drummer, but more than that, he was like the enforcer to make sure Willie got paid. He was a protector. Interesting guy. He loved his guns.
He was the goon drummer.
Yeah.
Mark can relate to this because what ends up happening professionally, and you realize like you have the same skill set as many other people in your field. And what ends up happening is it's your relationship that takes you over the top.
Yep.
And that's what happened with this guy. This guy necessarily wasn't. There's plenty of photographers that I am what us in this room might call that I am better than. But that doesn't matter if that person has a relationship with other XYZ person because they're going to get the job. They're just good enough to get their work slipped by, and boom, there they are. They're off to the races. And that's this drummer, right? He really wasn't that great, but he had a relationship with Willie, for one, and he was a thug.
Yeah.
Line.
I mean,
needed done.
Yeah.
He's a good old American thug.
Yeah. Bottom line.
I mean, this is
taking a
this
baseball
is
bat
kind
to
of
your
like,
head if you needed it.
I don't know if you guys heard. I mean, it's music related, but there's like the James Brown murder claims could be investigated. Have you heard about that?
No, that I didn't hear. I did not hear that.
Yeah, so there's a chance that potentially he could have been murdered, which is like okay.
James Brown, really?
Yeah. A prosecutor in Atlanta.
That's all the drugs he did.
Atlanta is deciding.
I know.
It's deciding whether to open a formal investigation against claims James Brown was murdered.
The Atlanta DA.
So he died in 2006. Yeah, he died in 2006. So
What do you got, Mark? What do you got?
There's a story I just saw. Atlanta DA, so local to my part of the world, reviewing evidence in James Brown death for possible murder.
Yeah, no, that's news to me. I did not know that.
Yeah.
Possible murder investigation. Atlanta prosecutors considering whether to launch full-scale investigations into the 2006 death of music legend James Brown.
Wow.
Huh.
I never even heard about. I mean, some of these deaths you always hear about mysterious circumstances swirling around them at the time of their death, but I don't recall anything with James Brown back then, other than he died of whatever illness it was. He, just poor health, I guess.
Yeah.
How old was James Brown?
He was in the 70s, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was like in his early 70s. 72, 73.
73, yeah. They're saying that he died of heart failure on Christmas Day 2006, sorry.
Wow.
Apparently. That's what I just gleaned.
Yeah, but he was probably.
I'm going to go out playing a couple of rants here real quick. We haven't done this in a while, so.
Then you got fucking Teen Wolf over there, where the chick's hair goes right into the fucking beard, into the fucking hair, squinting through his hipster fucking glasses. Fucking Tom Wilson's a fucking shithole. Smug asshole.
There you go. Tom. There's your guy.
I fucking hate people from the New England area.
And then we got to get Mark's in.
Do us all fucking favor, Mark. Just fucking.
And you got to get mine in.
That fat piece of shit, milk dud head, Joe D, with the oversized headset.
He's laughing.
We can only hope you die in a fucking truck wreck.
Oh my gosh.
Shit.
And then we'll go out with the intro / outro.
Special fucking shout out to Joe D and the rest of his craft beer cunts.
Salute.
Just these fucking shit.
That's all of us.
Cheers.
Not the Wool Liquor Drinkers on YouTube. Fuck you, Joe D. You fat piece of shit.
I'm the king of smoke, there is none higher. Sucker beer geeks should call me sire. For my kingdom, you must use fire. I won't stop smoking till I retire. Now I rock the party, I'm for rap. Smoke is on time, beers connect. Got the right to smoke and will elect. Others can't stand, but give you respect.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, guys. Thank you, man. Another great show. Peace out to everybody, man. We'll see you, man. Later.
Cheers, mate.
Have a good week, guys.
Cheers,